Like,
How many do we have in this session?
we can't see that yet, but you're live. So you can maybe ask the audience. They'll start
Okay.
typing in.
Sure. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, this is Mazin with my PlayStation headphones. I wanted to check first of all if you are with us today, if you can use the session chat to identify yourself, say hi. I just want to see who's there before we start the session. You can even place your LinkedIn. I will place my LinkedIn so you can have my LinkedIn also on the chat. My LinkedIn. There you go. There's my LinkedIn. First of all, I just wanna, if you write in the chat, if you can hear me, please say something. Say you can hear me and you can see my video. Okay, I see people coming in. Very good. So if you can hear my voice, is it clear? Do I need to speak up, speak low, speak down? If you want to say something on the chat, you're good. Excellent. I see Siraj, yes, saying yes. Excellent. Okay, sure. So what I will do, let me share my screen. I have a presentation for you guys, and then we can go into Q&A to speak some more. Just clear. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mahmoud. Oh, okay. I have Maya with us. Very good. Thank you, Maya. So I hope everybody is safe and sound. Our love and prayers go to Lebanon and all the other countries as well with this COVID-19 and the rest of the devastation that has happened. So stay positive. We'll keep going. Humanity will continue, and corruption will always be defeated. So I want to say thank you. So first of all, for joining our session. Today, we will give you a bit of an understanding of the outreach program. So I've just shared my screen. Just please let me know if you can see my screen. Let me just put it. I presume you can see my screen, right? Okay, I can see my screen, so that's good news. Let me just switch off my WhatsApp so it doesn't disturb us. And if you can hear me, perfect. Okay, so if you can see my screen, so that's fantastic. Let me just begin. Welcome to the outreach program or the basically division UAE chapter. Please feel free to ping me or speak up if there is if my sound or screen is not visible. I'll just double check one more time. Yeah, okay, I can see Anas also joined us. As long as that you are able to see my screen and you're all able to hear my voice, I will continue. Please ping me or speak up if you are having issues seeing the slides or hearing me. Okay, so the outreach program, basically our vision in the PMI UAE chapter with this new strategy is to empower and influence individuals with the innovative project economy principle to turn ideas into reality. And basically, we have put a lot of values in it because innovation, accountability, trust, collaboration, compassion, equality and diversity, determination and engagement. I mean, again, Project Management Institute UAE chapter is responding to our current circumstances and current, the new world, the new normal, where pandemics have changed our ways of life. Racism and corruption has also made us very cautious of being diverse and fair and decent. So there is a lot of challenges and tests that has happened in the past, I would say, 8 months since the beginning of 2020, and it has made us rethink the way that Project Management Institute could become closer to the members, fielding all the new ways of thinking, the cultural norms and transformations that we need to embody, and hence our new visions. So the mission is definitely to disrupt and create value, because at the end of the day, it's through disruption and value creation that you reach your goal. It's nothing apart from. It's nothing. It's nothing uh, difficult. It's not ambiguous. It's not uh, kind of unclear, that the fact that it's all about value, it's all about diversity, it's all about decency and ethical approach, and it's all about how we can provide outcome to our members. So, just to give you our numbers, the PMI UAE chapter, just to give you how old is this chapter, we are almost 5+ years chapter with over 2100 plus members. Our members, half of them are actually our PMI or PMP accredited certified. We have over 20 active volunteers. We have a total of 100 volunteers, but 25 to 35 are active. Um, we are the second in terms of size in the region. We are fifth in the EMEA region, including Europe. We're the 38th ranked chapter worldwide with 35% PMI member coverage in the UAE. So in the UAE alone, there are 6,000 to 7,000 PMI global members. From them, there is only 2,000 who are actually UAE chapter, which is again a great opportunity for us to grow. The amount of certified professionals in the UAE is around 8,000 now, or over 8,000 members. But we still have to, get them all into this community, because the lessons learned and their diversity and their influence is huge. Let me just see quickly if you're still able to see my screen. Excellent. Okay, so what are some of the benefits? Because what is outreach? Outreach is a program that has been devised in the chapter to try and go and reach out to our industry leads, to our university, academia, industry, government sector, to try and work closer to them and reach out to them with our benefits. And that's why presenting our benefits is very important. And you can see one of the most important benefits is you guys, the members, who have been working in multiple industries, from construction to oil and gas to education and others. And in a quick survey we've done, look at the spread of our members to the industries. We have most of our members are coming from the construction industry. And this is why an outreach program is important, because we want to reach out to our colleagues in construction. We want to reach out to our colleagues in healthcare, in the government, in academia, oil and gas, and also the other industries if we can reach out, aviation, for example. So it's very important to understand what is our new and enhanced benefit packages in 2020. Obviously, it's divided into four main pillars. Networking is one of them, which is important. And this is why we have virtual events like today, because people can share their LinkedIn and they can share their knowledge and share their thoughts as well. Collaboration, get to know each other, and be part of our industry group communities. And I don't know if you have been able to look at our LinkedIn website or LinkedIn page. PMI UAE chapter has a very active LinkedIn page, but we also created four sub groups for industry focused gatherings in LinkedIn. If you are interested, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to put it to share with you those LinkedIn groups that you can become part of. and these are focused on industries, and that's why it's very important to get you the visibility of these groups. Learning and knowledge sharing, definitely PMI is a platform of learning with all the online courses, all the articles and publications, all the forums, and the chapter is emphasizing this point by extending our activities to include virtual events like the one that you see now, to get you together to share knowledge, bringing in speakers like Dr. Hazza, His Excellency, who found out some time to be with us and share with us the lessons learned kindly. So we thank him very much as well for his time. Mentoring program where you can actually choose a mentor from the group of members and volunteers and tag along with him through a mentorship engagement. Career growth, obviously everybody is connected, and most of your career advancement comes through networking. 80 or 85% of your next successful career application comes from your network. So it's very important for us to bring in people together from industries, from universities, focusing on the youth as well. So, and the certification. So, by you getting certified and educated in the platform that we have, it allows you to become competitive and become very attractive in the workforce market. And that's why PMI is now focusing on the workforce of the future.
Dr. Mazen, if you may, if you just allow me for a minute, I'd like to thank you and I thank your audience for being here to speak about the exciting outreach program. I just wanted to pass by and say thank you, Dr. Mazen. Thank you for all your help and support, and we wish you all the best in your part of the strategy. I think, if I may add, that without collaboration, we will not be able to reach anywhere. It's collaboration with members, collaboration with stakeholders like organizations, government of Dubai and other government entities, partners from the private sector. I think today we need innovation and we need to be agile as much as possible. And there is no way that we will be able to arrive to innovation without collaboration. I wish you all the best, Dr. Mazen and the team. I know that you are supported by an exciting group of volunteers as well. If they're online, thank you so much for volunteering, and we look forward to exciting results on your KPI, Doctor.
This is very important message to the team. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad, as our president, our visionary, who is taking our chapter to the new paradigm. I really appreciate it. As Dr. Muhammad said, there is no innovation without collaboration. That's a fantastic title of this session, and
شكرا
that's what.
لكم موفقين إن شاء الله.
Allah يحفظك. شكرا, Doctor. Thank you. So, and this is a very important interjection. There is no sound. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. So, what I wanted to say, can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me? Are you able to hear me? Say yes in the chat if you are able to hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go back to this. And I saw the question from Samah Kamil. I'll get back to you. Your question is stored with us. There is few other questions that I will allude to once I go through the presentation, and we'll get back to your question about the ATP. So bear with me. So what I wanted to say is to make sure that obviously the message that Dr. Muhammad has shared with us for collaboration as the essence of innovation is what we are talking about when it comes to outreach. So if you look at the benefits that we have, as I said, career growth and events is our last categories of benefits. And this is very important to understand that what we are trying to do is through the outreach, utilize these benefits and put it forward to our partners and clients out there in the industries across the industries. So let me take you through the outreach background. So our background is to reach to all these categories and these partners, from corporations to governments to educational institutions. That includes ATPs, by the way, Sister Samah, because you asked about ATPs specifically, and also reaching out to professional associations, other societies, and charity and communities to try and look at how we can support our communities and social welfare. So if I just give you the rationale, what does it mean to actually do outreach? To do outreach, it means that you're advancing knowledge and the practice of project management principles. To do outreach, it means building relationships and foster collaboration and exchanging experiences and information. To do outreach, it also means assisting organization to recognize and realize values and benefits. So what we did is we looked at the community, at the program, the outreach program, and we divided it into 4 pillars. First of all, the community outreach that includes charity and humanitarian bodies, the corporate outreach that includes private sector and government sector organization, educational outreach, universities, colleges, ATPs, if you like, as well as professional outreach that includes professional associations and societies. So our 4 pillars that makes up the outreach is what we will use to coordinate our efforts across the different pillars of the chapter, from events to memberships to marketing to knowledge management. We are working very closely with our PMI regional office that is led by our GM Grace and coordinator Shuaib, and those are the people that we run to get guidance when it comes to expansion and partnerships, guidance to see how we can work with our ATPs and so on and so forth. So it's very important for you to also see our team, our stronghold team, the active members that have been working tirelessly in the last 3 to 5 weeks on the outreach program to reach out to our government partners and corporate partners. These are the names that I would love you to get acquainted with. The outreach team has more than this, but I would love to share with you our superstars. And the next, inshallah, meeting, I will give you a few more slides about the rest of the team that is joining. So I do encourage you to, if you are interested, to join the outreach team, a very active team of members who have been working tirelessly. So just to give you some of the activities that we are doing, specifically when it comes to knowledge, experience, and earning credibility in the market, you know, is by actually we are trying to arrange meetings with our partners across the industries, identify potential outreach opportunities, coordinate events, volunteering activities, and networking, delivering formal presentations and whatnot. We have created our centralized database where we keep all our documents and manage our materials for outreach. specifically things that we can share with our partners in the different industries. Our framework is very simple. Is we are creating a database of all our partners from the government sector, from the private sector, from the educational sector, and whatnot. We analyze all these lists of partnerships and we reach out to them because we want to create rapport, we want to create relationships and maintain these relationships. We define our scope of engagement with them. We define what services are we offering them, what activities can the chapter offer from the community of our wonderful volunteers. We identify initiatives that will increase the value and recognize the benefits for these organizations. So we have done a lot of benchmarks and we are working very closely with the PMI chapters across the world. This is just a sample of chapters that we have acquainted ourselves with. We worked with in collaboration, mostly from the US and Ireland. But we also have other chapters from India, from Europe that we are collaborating with to learn on how to utilize our outreach program. So inter-chapter communication and collaboration is very important. As Dr. Muhammad said, there is no innovation without collaboration, and that depends on your participation. So our KPIs, let me quickly just check my, if there is any issues, you still can hear me, no new messages. Okay, our KPIs rotate around how many memorandum of understanding and partnerships are we actually creating every year. We also need to understand the number of organizations that we have approached and what sort of value are we bringing. We are also looking for sponsorships. That's a fact as well, because we are a non-for-profit organization and we rely a lot on volunteering and sponsorships. And also we want to increase the number of members. We want to create a bigger community of members. Why stop at 2,100 members? Why not increase that? Why stop at 100 volunteers? Why not have 500 volunteers? You see? And that's why we are creating a very important program as part of our outreach endeavor. We are trying to create ambassador programs in those industry-led corporations and government entities, as well as education. So as we expand into these entities and collaborate with them, we are creating communities of project management institute chapter that will actually live within those corporations and companies and organizations. Those people will actually engage with the senior management, with their partners. They would actually help us to organize more focused and customized events and sessions for these corporations and associations. It will allow us to cater for their needs from the PMI UAE chapter by creating those outreach ambassador programs customized to each and every organization corporate. So with this, I think I've just given you an understanding of outreach, some of our KPIs, and what we're going to try to achieve in line with the PMI UAE chapter strategy that has come up earlier. So I want to make sure that you have enough time to ask your questions, and let me just stop sharing for a minute, allow to see some of the questions that you have put. Let me start with your question, Samah. I know your question was about ATP, and you have shared it in the comments box. Can you still hear me? I presume you guys can still hear me, right? So your question, Samah, was ATP authorized program. Many local training providers aren't offering it anymore. Will the chapter assist in this process? So the ATP certification program goes through the PMI MENA, our Middle East and North Africa. We do actually have a list of ATPs that has been registered so far. We normally work with them, specifically when we reach out to other companies. But if you're asking about assisting in the certification process, the chapter is a non-for-profit. We don't own this process itself. So you'll have to, I can get you in touch with Shuaib or any representative from the PMI MENA who can help you with the ATP certification process. I hope, Samah, this answers your question in terms of us helping you directly. As a chapter, we don't have the know-how, nor do we own the process. The process is owned and managed by PMI MENA. We include you in our advisory report as an ATP, specifically when we are reaching out to our partner companies and organizations in government, providing the fact that there is no conflict of interest. You participating in our volunteer events does not give you the precedent to actually land any opportunities with those partner companies. However, as an ATP community, we treasure you and we keep you as a advisory. When we go to our partners, we present our ATP database to them, and they choose to actually go and issue an RFP or contact you separately, because again, we need to maintain no conflict of interest. So I hope this answers your question, Samah. If it doesn't, I see question here says we need to register. That's all with provider. Yes, please connect me to him. So please send me a message at my email address, Samah, to take you to Shuaib from PMI MENA. He will be able to assist you. I've just put my email on the chat. As the owner of the process sits already there, it's better to actually connect you with them, and they will be able to assist you through it. I hope this answers your question. Okay. The other, please do actually put your questions in the chat if you like, or in the questions. We'll monitor this. I know I have another 30 or 15 minutes to go to. I have some questions that I've collected from the previous session about the strategy. And there was a lot of questions about what are the highlights of our strategy 2024. Our highlights of this strategy is rotating about 3 or 2 different important objectives. Number 1, provide value and to our members. So bringing the center focus, or the focus, back on the members by providing benefits and some tangible benefits. Number 2 is obviously increase our footprint and awareness by increasing our membership as well, because we need to bring in more people. We need to also make sure that we are getting people together to help each other and to support each other by reaching out to more companies. From an outreach perspective, one of our major KPIs is to try and reach out to government entities and corporate entities, as well as work with universities and our ATP partners as well. So it's very important that we also align our expansion with our partnership vision. And that's why we got that question about ATPs. Let me share with you the questions that I have highlighted. I've collected some questions, and these questions will help you set the scene for. So let me share my screen one more time. Okay, so the first question I had was from Samah Kamil. As trainers, we are required now to become ATP authorized trainers. Many of the local training providers have stopped these sessions. Will you be assisting in this process? And the answer was, please reach out to me. I will put you in touch with Shuaib. The process is owned by PMI MENA. To become an ATP authorized training professional, you probably need to get the assistance of the PMI MENA office. We will help you in getting there, inshallah. The next couple of questions that I got is one from Fani Kumar, is about indeed, could you please highlight the 5-year plan? Meanwhile, to go through it in the session. So the PMI MENA, or the PMI UAE strategy for the next 5 years is to use outreach, knowledge management, events, volunteers, finance, governance, marketing, to reach out to our members. So it's a very member-centric strategy that looks at all the programs. In outreach, we have an initiative, we call it the Outreach the outreach ambassador program, where it means that we reach out to organizations and create ambassadors and communities of volunteers within these organizations. Marketing, also one of their biggest initiatives in this strategy, is to increase our footprint in social media by opening our rejuvenating our YouTube channels, LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. We also have a membership initiative that looks at increasing the footprint of members, supporting members who are not able to renew due to the issues that we are having at the moment, COVID-19, people losing their jobs. One of our areas is also in knowledge management, is to look at how can we provide services and benefits to our members when it comes to career growth, finding jobs, enhancing your skills. Very important initiatives are coming from knowledge management. Webinars, the extensive web and series of webinars that we have created to get you more engaged is part of the strategy. So it's very important to learn also from the second question from Said Sha'ar, is do you think technology projects should be focus of PMI UAE chapter? Yes, we are using our technology platforms. We have created our new webinars into our new platform, Eventos. We have our Slido. We have been working on YouTube and on Trello. We are using Trello, even managing our initiatives and projects as a project itself by applying agile methodology to it. So technology is an important part to our existence, and that's why we use social media, the likes of LinkedIn and whatnot. Some of the other questions came around, obviously, what areas that we need to focus on in PMI UAE chapter. We are very focused on reaching out to our members, listening, and incorporating ideas and thoughts. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the evaluation link. Please ensure to use the evaluation link to share your thoughts. Very important. There is one question here that says, I sent a mail over 2 weeks and still counting, that wasn't responded to. Please, you have our emails and personal LinkedIn accounts. If you haven't got an answer from our general email address that is posted due to perhaps some visibility issue on our behalf, do reach out to us personally and through LinkedIn or through our social media accounts. We will rectify this and we will look at this to actually help you, John, get back on track with your query. The last question that I've wrapped, I think this is the last question that I have. Any questions, guys, that you have that you'd like to share with me? Oh, there is no sound. Are you still having an issue with sound? Siraj? Hello? If you write in the chat, just let me know if you have any trouble with the sound, and I will let you just ask a few questions. There is a question by Mahmoud Asad. It says, Dr. Mazen, I think that collaboration with DGEP may help to promote PMI UAE chapter on wider range more effectively and efficiently. Do you think that this may be possible in the near future? Great idea, Mahmoud. Let's get in touch with me. Let's think about ways of getting in touch with the DGEP program, Dubai Government Excellence Program. I know so far that a lot of the work in DGEP is consultancy based, so paid, and it's a paid engagement, and hence as a non-for-profit we don't participate in this. But I like your idea. Let's take it forward if you like, Mahmoud Asad. And if you can hear me, use my email address to reach out with your idea, and also join us in our outreach sessions. I'd like to take this forward, and definitely, yes, it's a great idea. Please, let's take it outside this forum, and let's act on it as well. Let's create some action items. I like it. The second question that you have, Mahmoud Asad, is how can I become an independent ATP in your program? Can you share some guiding documents? So to become an ATP in itself, there is a certification process. We do not own this process, Mahmoud. You probably need to speak to, I need to get you in touch with PMI MENA. But if I just type in PMI ATP, there is a huge certification process for the authorized training program. You can follow the link, and I will put you in touch with our what do you call it? I think, okay, with our let me just put the link. Just 1 second. With our owners, the process owners in PMI MENA. This will enable you to actually get more information. So all what I have, I'll put it in the chat for ATP, is basically this information. So do actually go out and reach out to me. I will put you in touch with the ATP owners in the process. I don't know if I can move this here, but let me try. Oops, no. Stay on. No, don't leave the page. So if you reach out to me, I will send you the PDF that I've just downloaded. It's available online. It's under this link, www.pmi microsite RAP and ATP resource, and you can download it. And then I will put you in touch with Shuaib. Going back to the questions. Okay, let me see. Going back to the questions. Where is the question? Okay, questions here. There you go. Okay. So the second question is from Vinod. Whether this outreach program provides only the ambassador opportunity or any volunteering opportunities for the members. The question, very good question, Vinod. We do offer other volunteering opportunities. If you go to VRMS, vrms.pmi.org or go to PMI UAE chapter, let me just open that as well. Log in with your username, same username and password. Let's see if I open a new tab. And then you go to volunteers. You can actually look us up under Khaliji, PMI Khaliji chapter. So go for KHIJK KLMN OPQRSTU. Yeah, there you go. Khaliji chapter. Click search. You will see all the volunteering opportunities that we have. Not only for the ambassador program, but also for the outreach program. We have an outreach volunteer position open. If you are interested, please find it there. And if you are not able to find it, go to PMI UAE chapter website. You will find a link from there. If you go to get involved and then go to volunteer, how to volunteer, click on that. You will see VRMS here, and then choose this to go and open up your volunteer position. So to answer your question, Vinod, you can volunteer for any opportunity you like, not just the ambassador program. Okay, so I've answered all three questions. Any thoughts? Any questions? Are you able to see my screen? One important point, if you are in VRMS, you have a profile name and a profile information. I would love you to go in there and always add your events and add your profiles in there. Update your profile. VRMS profile is very important to showcase your capabilities and show, especially if you are part of this chapter and you would like to move to other chapters as well. We do what we call inter-chapter handshake. So if you are moving to Bangalore, for example, we can contact the chapter in Bangalore to introduce you as one of our members or volunteers to make sure that you transition into other chapters. And likewise, if you move elsewhere, whether you're moving to UK, Canada, Africa, wherever there is a chapter, there is definitely a way to introduce you to that chapter. There are over 310 chapters worldwide, just to let you know. Okay, any questions? Let me check the questions. No questions, no comments. Okay, I know I have 2 minutes to go. I know people are pinging me to see if we're gonna close, but please do not hesitate to reach out. You have our LinkedIn, and this is gonna be recorded, and it will be actually uploaded into social media. Go to LinkedIn, by the way, and don't forget we have our LinkedIn programs. PMI has created multiple LinkedIn groups. These LinkedIn groups are industry focused, 4 of them to be specific. Let me share with you one of them. It's called the PMI UAE Chapter Business Business Management Consulting Domain Group. There are multiple others. There is the Business Management Consulting Domain Group. There is also the Information and Technology. There is multiple others. I can share with you a few others. I will share with you, if you like, the links for those LinkedIn groups. I will put them and make them available. Do join us on the LinkedIn groups, and be also follow us on our LinkedIn page, PMI UAE Chapter. More than happy to assist you. Don't hesitate to contact me at any time. You have my contact. I will stop sharing quickly, and I will share with you our LinkedIn groups in our chat. Please copy it and take it own um, to your own website, or to your own storage area. Okay, I'm just looking for the LinkedIn groups. Here are the LinkedIn groups. You will find it on the chat. Just bear with me. Make use of them and enjoy. I hope to see you on one of them. There is the construction, there is the business management consulting, there is the IT and telecom, and I think there is one more, which is the oil and energy. So thank you so much. Much appreciated. Stay safe. Follow us on LinkedIn and social media. I hope to hear from you very soon. Thank you, guys. I'll stay for a little bit. I'll just be on mute. If you want to put your comments, any pressing questions, don't hesitate to talk to us.
Dr. Mazen, session is stopped now. It's not live anymore.
I'm staying on mute just to see if there is anybody who has any questions from the chat.